Hi guys, hopefully you're having a good weekend. So last weekend I posted a video about how I wanted my journey to belong to me. And in that video I talked a lot about how I didn't like diet plans. And I'll kind of explain why. Um, and so the short answer is they're not sustainable. The longer version is that when you want to lose weight and you want to keep it off, and that's sort of the goal. Is losing weight is great, but the keeping it off part is the hardest part, because you know when you use diet plans and stuff like that, you, even if they do work, once you get to your goal weight, you figure, okay, I've gotten to my goal weight, I can stop doing this diet now. And that just leads right back into gaining all the weight again. And that's not why you do it. I mean, because that's just creating a continual industry. And that's sort of what they aim at a lot of the time, is that they want you to get onto this plan, lose all the weight, see how it works. And then once you like, okay, well, I'm done dieting now. So, and then you gain it back and now you're a repeat customer. And that's sort of their goal, but that's not your supposed to be your goal, right? So there are lots of different kinds of diet plans out there, and I'll just start with plans that I do support if you are to do anything. And the number one thing would be Weight Watchers. And I'm not endorsed by anybody, so don't get me wrong, but I have done Weight Watchers before, and I sort of understand the concept of it. So basically, what they want you to do is they're giving you each of your food groups and different things a point system, which is sort of the idea of what I've talked about before. Like, say you have $1,500 to spend in a day. And what would you rather do? Would you rather buy one big item, or would you rather buy a lot of little things? So it's sort of the same idea with the Weight Watchers, is they want you to sort of figure out how to adjust what you're eating. And they're not telling you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you have to eat this. You can pick what you want and make it into something enjoyable for you to do. And that in the long term, even if you stop after so long of doing Weight Watchers, you've already started to understand the basics of how to change the way that you eat, and the foods that you enjoy. So it's and during the time that you're on the diet, you get to experiment a little bit. Okay, if I eat this, then all my points are gone for the day. Or I can try eating this, and it's lower points, and I can try to enjoy different kinds of foods. So so Weight Watchers is something that I would support if overall of different plans that you can do. Um, so one thing about plans that I don't like, are the things like Jenny Craig. Because Jenny Craig, they do support, like they have the personal support system, and which is great. And that's another thing that Weight Watchers has, is they have the meetings. So it's sort of the idea of having a personal community that's on the sort of path that you're taking. And that's sort of what my website is about, or my Facebook page is about. So it's sort of the same idea of getting that emotional support along with the diet in itself. But Jenny Craig, they want you to buy meal plans. So they want you to buy all these dinners and all these lunches and all these breakfasts, and you have to stick to that. And so you lose all the weight, that's great. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to stop Jenny Craig now. So, because it is expensive too, because not only do you have the membership fees, but you also have to purchase the food that goes with it. And that gets really expensive. And then if you have a family on top of that, so you have to be buying your Jenny Craig food plus all the food for your family. So it's financially not sustainable either. So, yeah, they want you to eat all these different foods that they've planned out for you, but you're not learning how to eat yourself. You're not learning how to enjoy different kinds of foods, and experiment with foods that are better for you and things that you enjoy. So you're not learning how to readjust the way you do things. So that's very important to having a lifelong success on a journey. So yeah, so it's not sustainable. And there's other things too, like you hear a lot about juice cleanses and things like that. And that's fine if you like you want to do it for a very short period, maybe over a period of a couple of days at most, but over a long period of time, when you're drinking juices and stuff like that, you're drinking a lot of condensed sugars, and so it's really not doing you any favors. And you are getting your fruit and vegetable intake, which is awesome, but you're missing out on a lot of other food groups that are essential to building a healthy body. So, and then especially if you're physically active, like I have become, there are certain types of foods that you need to eat to kind of keep your body energized and keep going, like proteins and carbohydrates. And carbohydrates are very tricky. You have to sort of monitor the amount that you're taking, because a little bit is good and it's healthy for your body and gives your body, energy to burn. Um, but if you eat too much and you're not exercising enough or burning off that carbohydrate, it turns into sugar, which it in turn turns to fat. So you have to be careful and you have to balance it out. Like everything with learning how to eat and diet and whatever else is all sort of a learning curve. And when you do these diet plans and you do these different companies' ways of doing it, you're not really doing any favors for yourself, because you're not learning how to eat properly and in a way that works for you, because everybody's different and everybody has a set taste bud, of like what they like and what they don't like. So if you're being force fed to eat these certain foods, then you're not really going to enjoy it. And a lot of the times, when you buy these packaged meals, they have no taste. I mean, they're maybe some of them are better than others, but as a general rule, they don't really have a lot of flavor. They don't have a lot of nutritional value to it. So it's better just to figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and rather than being force fed, these diet plans and telling yourself that you're not allowed to do this and you're not allowed to do that, and because that just makes it seem like work, and it makes it harder to keep going with it. So I guess what I'm really trying to say is that when you're doing diet plans and you're doing manufactured ways of losing weight and trying to figure it out that way, when you're doing diet plans and stuff like that, it's it may work in the short run, but for a long time sustainable goals, you want to really sort of figure out what works for you and what foods you enjoy and what foods you don't enjoy, and what you can fit into your life, and when, especially when you have family and a husband and kids and all sort of, or wife or whatever, um it can become challenging to try to figure out ways for yourself to eat and for your family to be happy as well. So doing diet plans and saying you can't do this and you can't do that, and you know if that's the way you want to do it, that, I mean, it's personal choice and it's up to you, but forcing your family to only eat a certain way, and you know it's it may be healthier for them, but I mean, you're also depriving them of things that they enjoy for really no reason. um but just try to figure out ways that are sustainable for you and for your family, and things that you enjoy, and so you have to make it sustainable for your life and for your goals, and for something that you can do for the rest of your life, because this isn't just a short run. This is life that we're talking about, because if you want to keep the stuff off that you've taken off, then you have to be determined and willing to commit to changing your life forever. Like, even if you get older and you can't really do all the same physical exercises, that you can still find different ways to be active, but learning how to eat, that stays with you forever. And especially, what, like for me, I have young children, so it really makes a difference for them in the long run to learn how to eat at an early age. So they take that with them the rest of their lives, and maybe for a while after they move out, they might say like, "Oh, I just want to eat takeout all the time," and you can't really stop kids or people from, experiencing things for their life. But as long as they're keeping it healthy, that's fine. Um, but teaching your family how to eat, your children how to eat at a young age is very important for, continuing a line of healthy families. I guess you can say. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say today. And I want to touch base on, why I don't really particularly care for diet plans and, things like that. So it's not just that I don't want to say, oh, I had to do this, and I'm giving all my glory to this company, and it's more that don't think that I would be able to sustain any of these other diet plans for the rest of my life. Not only are they expensive, but they're not, long-term goals, they're short-term goals. And I'm doing this as a long-term thing. This is my life I'm talking about, and I never ever want to get back to where I was before. So I have to readjust and relearn how to treat my body, and how to eat properly, and try to keep that weight off, because it's scary to think of what can happen if I don't. So I want to keep going and get down to something, a weight that makes me comfortable. I mean, I'm never going to be, model skinny or whatever, but I'm okay with that, and I don't care as long as I'm happy with me. And and I'm not there yet, so I would like to try and get there, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm already getting close to some really significant milestones, and I will when I do pass these milestones and I'm very comfortable with where I'm at, I will be revealing my numbers, and that's a big deal for me, because it's scary to reveal that, because numbers, when people hear it, they kind of go, like, they take a step back and they're like, whoa, right? Because when you hear somebody on TV talking about this person is X amount of pounds, and you kind of like go, oh, wow, like, and it's, for to be on the other end of that, it's kind of freaky. So I kind of, I'm scared to do it, but at the same time, I'm getting to a point where I'm almost comfortable to do that. So look forward to that. I'm hoping it'll probably be before March's progress pictures. So we will see how it goes. I'm very excited about this milestone, and it means a lot to me. And I'll explain more of why it means a lot to me later, when that comes up. But it's very close, and I'm very excited. And this project, I think this progress picture is probably going to be one of my biggest significant changes since I started last August. And then again, when I reveal my numbers, you'll see why it's such a big deal. So yeah, I'm really excited about the months to come. And now that the weather is starting to pick up a bit outside, I'm gonna try and get more active outdoors and do things. And because my youngest she's gonna be to a point where she's gonna start walking soon, so I really want her to be able to explore outside. And so I'm looking forward to doing all that. And I have some projects in my mind that I want to take care of this summer. So it'll be good to get outdoors and get physically active that way too. So I've never been known to quite be quite an outdoorsy girl. I've always been sort of an indoorsy person. So I'm going to be pushing some boundaries this year, and we'll see how it goes. And I'm very much looking forward to August and seeing the difference in a year that's been made. But that's a while coming. So yeah, we'll just be excited for what's at hand. And I hope to make another video very soon about this milestone, and we'll talk about it really soon. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend from here on out. I don't know when this is going to upload. My internet's pretty slow, so sometimes it takes up to 10 hours to upload it onto the internet. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to everything. So we'll talk to you again really, really soon. I hope you have a good one.